I'm sorry, but only sissies use wedges whenever they're bucking up logs. And this isn't no sprucey softwood. This is white oak, which is known for busting. That's why I've made sure that I've cut through the heart before I go into the undercuts. And I'm always standing on the dirty side of the log whenever I'm making a cut. When the clean side of the log is on the opposite side like it should be, this means your chainsaw tooth is going to be entering cleaner wood first. And you'll be knocking the dirt off the bottom side of the cut instead of dragging it through. And when I'm making my undercut, I'll keep my saw tip inside the log. That way when I'm cutting with the top side of my bar, the teeth are never entering bark. Now these are all lower quality white oak logs. The butts have already been sold off as veneer. So whenever I'm sawing white oak, I usually only get the tips. This was clearly a nice batch because these are some nicer tip logs. I've bucked up several million feet this way. You want to make sure to keep your feet out of the way and always be ready to take a big step back. Here I make 5 cuts in 2.5 minutes. Make sure to like the video for getting your daily source of man tap, and help me blow past 38,000 subs by punching that subscribe button. Something else that you'll notice that I'm not doing is running my bar all the way through. For one, I'm trying to keep my tip from passing through the bark. If your saw is sharp, you can feel your tip pulling through the wood on the other side, and then you pull it back just a little bit and ride that line to avoid cutting through the bark. This will help keep your saw sharper longer. And I can't tell you how many logs I've sawed that had chainsaw cuts in them that made defect boards because the person bucking up the logs was letting their bar run through and their tip poke into the next log. I always know where my tip's located, and I don't even have the logs laid out close enough to be able to do that. And as far as logging work is concerned, these are very safe circumstances. Topping felled trees is by far and away more dangerous and difficult. You have spring pole limbs everywhere that you're trying to avoid cutting, and you always have stuff overhead that you have to be watching out for. I'll end this by saying keep your saws sharp and out of the dirt.